All right. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kwadash. Honors to those that I've learned from. Of course, those men that's constantly pushing out this word on the YouTube, on the internet, keeping the sheep fed. Double honors to their teachers, the apostles of all Israel. And shalom to those of Yasharallah seeking the truth, seeking righteousness, and hoping for edification. Okay, this one's going to be real quick. We're going to call this one Strange Happenings. All right, this place has gotten really strange, but this is really expected by people that have common sense. This is something that we expected to happen, and this is happening by the playbook. One thing we can say about this dude, Esau, he did one thing right, and the way he rolled out this whole snake bite, it was just, he did it by the book, by his book perfectly. Now that we're about 2 years into it, almost 3, we can really look back and say, this guy really, he played it by the book. He let you know what it was. He had a woman on TV. There was that so-called white lady from Delaware. She took it on TV, passed out. We haven't heard from her anymore. It's like, so he let you know something wasn't right here. The first dude, William Shakespeare in England, that got it, he's gone. He's done this by the book. He let you know this thing ain't right, and people are still sitting here, showing up, sitting down, rolling up their sleeve, and letting this thing, get put into their body. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Revelation 13:16-7. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now we know, if you follow the true prophets of the Bible, that this thing wasn't the actual hour of temptation that happened in 2020. We know that it's coming. But still, this verse has been around before anyone on this earth has been born, okay? So you know he was coming. He said he causeth all, okay? Who's this he? Is it some rapper, some country singer? What? Some guy, around the corner? Of course, this he is going to be someone with great power. And who has the greatest power in our society? That would be the government, okay? The government. When this was coming, the government is bringing it, okay? And you silly people, silly, you got to be silly, you've got to be deranged to have just act like this verse just didn't exist. We know he is coming. And if you've woken up, which a lot of people I've known were able to, you see how this wicked Esau has stolen that word woke, go woke and go broke. He's stolen it because he knew we'd be, coming up out the valley of dry bones right about now. And it's a great amount of so-called black people coming back to who they truly are. And he stole that word woke and made it a bad term. But if you were able to wake up and you were able to find the prophets in your chief places of concord in your cities, or most wherever I found them on the internet, thank Kal Halal Yahweh Shem Yashai, they've been telling you that this is coming. They told you who he was. They told you that this dude, these red boys up here, he told you that they're Edomites. He told you who they are. So whatever they were pushing, you should have been completely standoffish and ran the other way. He come with something, you're supposed to be going our direction. But he causeth all. Let's look at the word. Now, like I said, we know this snake bite, this wasn't it. This ain't it. The hour of temptation is coming around the corner. This is just a precursor. We know what that thing is, right? That's going to be that subdermal device that Bill Gates, and his boys and Carlos Schwab, Rico Suave, and is coming up with. So let's look at causeth. Causeth, the meaning of causeth. Causeth, right here, is a substance exerting its power into act to make a thing begin to be, the reason or motive that urges, moves, or impels the mind to act or decide. The reason or motive that urges, moves, or impels the mind to act or decide. The reason that why you're making the decision. He's going to cause you. Let's go back. He causeth all. Okay, all, everybody, all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Now let's roll with it. How did he do it? Mandates. The carrot and stick option. You can either get a lap dance, free Krispy Kreme, free weed. I mean, this dude, he didn't pull out any stops. I mean, he just got real raunchy with it. If you don't get it, you're going to lose your job. The carrot and the stick. Fear tactics. His authoritative. He just stand behind his presidential shield and tell you that you're a sea theorist if you didn't do it. Influence. I mean, how many athletes, rappers, singers, politicians, judges did we have to watch on television, roll their sleeves up? Family pressure, moral pressure. You need to do this for your family. How are you going to go on holiday to someone's house and you didn't do it? You can get everybody in the home sick. He causeth a substance exerting its power into act to make a thing to begin to be. The reason or motive. So you go to the people, why did you do it? I didn't want to get my family sick. My job said I had to do it, or I had 30 days. Obama said if I don't do fair tactics, Obama said if I ain't do it, I'm an idiot. That's what's going on here. And guess what? These people went and did it, even though they knew this verse has been out here. And if you're a Muslim or you're Islam or you, I don't understand how anyone can be found in the Catholic Church. I mean, I was non-denominational all day, so I might go to a Catholic service, and I was like, "What? You really?" But they don't even open the Bible in that place. I mean, I don't know where they're reading out of. They got some weird doctrines and some weird paperwork that they break out during their mass. Because these people, well, if you're a Catholic, you're done. Church folks. I mean, your pastors was telling you to do this thing. So, if you're in the prison, I mean, you pretty much ain't got no choice, free or bond. So he pretty much broke. He did it by the book. And this is just a precursor to that hour of temptation. Verse 17, so that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. I mean, so make it so if you didn't have a job, you couldn't do this. You wouldn't have a job if you didn't do this. So now let's take a look at, what's happened to the people that have done it? Look at this guy. We should be going through wedding photos, but instead I'm picking out clothes to bury her husband in. Wife of country singer Jake Flint, 37, posts heartbreaking posts after he died on their wedding night. I mean, this dude was getting married. He's 37. And the night of his wedding, he's just gone. 37. Do you know how hard it is to kill a person? Watch I was Investigation Discovery. They'll show you they'll show. It's like 4 minutes. You got to it's 4 minutes to strangle somebody. They try to poison somebody. It takes them about 4 different tries before they can even get it right. You know what I'm saying? To bludgeon someone to death. I mean, shoot somebody. You got to, shooting's pretty easy. Just grab the gun. But you got to find the money to purchase it. I mean, it's hard to kill somebody. What is killing these people? Oklahoma singer-songwriter Jake Flint. That's the only reason we're hearing about this guy is because he's a singer-songwriter. And when he gets missing, they're going to have an explanation for it. So they got to go ahead of the story and tell us that he's dead. Can you imagine how many non-singers, songwriters in Oklahoma that are just dropping? Okay. Jake Flint, 37, died in his sleep hours after exchanging his wedding vows on Saturday night. His wedding to his love, Brenda Flint, took place at a remote homestead about 15 miles outside of Tulsa. Brenda posted a series of heartbreaking tributes to her husband that she tied the knot with hours before. I'm going to get down to the end. Jake's cause of death has not yet been determined. Really? That's how we're going to end it? It's not yet been determined. They're going to come up with some BS reason why he ain't here no more. But we all know why. Let's take a look at this guy right here. 30-year-old co-founder of Singapore-based crypto firm dies unexpectedly in his sleep. Look at this guy. Looking healthy. He's looking like all he eat is organic food. At the best restaurants, got the best health care, has a loving partner, that's there. So he has mental health. He has money in the bank. This dude's eating nothing but Whole Foods and Fresh Market, and he's gone. Then we got 50-year-old homeless people on the street that's just eating whatever sandwich some patron drops off in front of them at a shelter, bad health, and they're doing just fine. But this 30-year-old is dead. How is this happening? How is this happening? Because believe me, if I was on a fishing trip and this guy ended up dead, they'd come asking me a lot of questions, all right? I'd need a lawyer, all right? If we both went on a fishing trip, not only when he came back and he's laying in the back of the car, and I'm saying he just died, I'd have some explaining to do, all right? But no one's trying to explain what's going on here. But we all know. We know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't stupid. We know what's going on. What else we got here? This guy right here. I'm not going to show the video, but this Korean streamer dies just on TV. I mean, like, from that one picture right there, about 10 seconds after that, he was dead. He did a swirl. He just started looking over his shoulder, and he's out of here. He was lights out. He was gone. His two little Korean girlies over here on the side, they were laughing for a second, but then I'm pretty sure they were crying when they found out he ain't getting back up. He looks healthy. I mean, he's over there living his best life in Korea, and he's gone just that quick. So something strange is happening here. And all I got to say is that you people have removed your natural selection. You've removed yourself from the system. When you sat there and rolled up your sleeve and let this dude put something inside of you, you pretty much put yourself in a situation where you deserve the outcome what's going to happen here, because this verse has been around way before any of us, and we should have known something was coming. You act like we know who he is now, especially if you're an Israelite. You know who he is. No Israelite should have taken this. If you took this, I don't know what's going to happen to you, but it ain't going to be good. We know that he is the wicked one the Bible talks about, and he controls the governments. It says principalities is in the high place. The wicked are in a high place. They own the government. Okay? So that's what's going on down here. Strange things are happening. But to those that are in the know, the esoteric, this is not strange. This is what we expected to happen. And it's happening. But I get it. And we got to give it to this nigga Esau. He did something right for once. He did this thing by the book. I remember they had posters saying Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were coming for you first. Articles showing that that's who he wanted to inject first, and that's who he went after. So you should have known something's going on. If you watch people, even if you're just someone that's, just not in the truth, you might watch someone, let's say, like Elisa Cabrera. She's been showing how the population decline has been occurring in America. So you know that they're not reproducing. Their God, which is their financial system, is crumbling. They're on drugs, and the drugs is killing them. They've been on drugs, but this drug is killing them. Things are going really bad here in Babylon. It's not the good old days anymore. It's gotten to the point where they know it's bad, so they're saying, let's make America great again. So it's a consensus that everyone knows that things are bad now. We're at the end. It's winding down. It's over. Strange things are happening. It's going to get stranger. It's going to get to the point where so many supernatural things happening. You're not even going to have time to deal with your daily activities of living, because there's just going to be so much strangeness and not much normalcy anymore. So I think I'll just end it there. I'm going to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Honors to those that I've learned from. Double honors to the teachers, the apostles of all Israel. And shalom to those of Yasharallah seeking the truth, seeking righteousness, and hoping for edification. Shalom.